constellation is basically a group of stars that comes together and it forms a particular shape, if you may say, isn't it? Literally, if we take the scientific explanation of constellation, that's what it means. And we have these various constellations in the sky, and these constellations are basically, they represent a particular, if I may say, a family. What we have to really understand is that there are different dynamics in all families, but the basis of these are the same. So what is so different about family constellation? So I'll just explain how this really works. It's really understanding that when a tree grows, we all branch off in different directions. We have different directions where the branches grow and they kind of, move on onto their own paths. But the root is the same, isn't it? The base or the root is the same. In the same way, a lot of times as we go on in our life journey or journeys in our incarnations, we carry stuff from the past. And a lot of the pain that we are experiencing in this incarnation comes from the past. Now, when I say past, it could be this lifetime, or it could be many past lifetimes for you or for your ancestors. What do we need when we do family constellations? We usually have an issue that we will come in as we want to work on this issue in my life. Even though it is family constellation, understand that it does not mean just family. It is also a lot of times called as ancestral healing, because the punchline of family constellations is it did not start with you. It did not start with you, meaning you're carrying it from your past lineages. And also, it's not just the pain that you're carrying, the support also comes from those lineages. So in the constellation, we open up parents and grandparents and great-grandparents who might have gone through a trauma, but it is being carried forward in your life. So we bring them all out into the field and we resolve from there while you are watching this whole drama. So if we are in a say big hall in a room, we would need one person who would be the client who comes in as, say, I would want my constellation opened. They would be the client. And there are other people who are present as representatives. And those people will represent the family members, the issue that you work on. It does not really mean that we have to only work on issues as in relationship issues with the family. It could be any issue that you're struggling with, issues with your health, issues with your finances, issues with people around you. And a lot of times there are a lot of unsaid things or excluded things that happen in our life. Supposing somebody has passed on or there has been a tragedy, usually it's not spoken about, isn't it? It's just something that comes in very naturally in our kind of setups, that you don't talk about that person who died on, say, due to a tragedy or untimely death. Then there are things about child abuse which we never speak about. We're always told to shut up from childhood, but those pain bodies stay inside us. Those issues are kind of excluded, but they are there in our subconscious. And we don't want to talk about them. But when we stand in a setup and we, bring around the family members who are kind of excluded or moved on or were kind of, disowned by the family, abortions, miscarriages, all these things need to be resolved. If you choose to have a family constellation, you would reach out to me. You would be the client, and the issue will be discussed between you and me separately. So when we open up the field, nobody really knows what is the issue. I will have a 15-minute conversation with you before the session. I will take down your entire history, find out certain, details about your ancestors, and make what we call as a genogram. And then I would see which ancestor would probably be playing a role, or who we will need to call into the energy field. All that is my work. Once you've shared your issue with me, then we open the field. So we have the field, as in you could all be representatives in that group, and we have one client.